Hello, everyone. My name is Rosie, and today I'm going to talk to you about something important. Today, we are going to have an episode where we do not know what we are going to do, but we are going to do stuff that isn't digging for a little bit, because Zach is tired of it. Let's start the show. Hello everyone. We're back. Episode whatever. I think it's 12. Now I've been digging a lot. This is the third pickaxe I've gone through. I just came up to get some gunpowder. I'm out of TNT completely. It did not get me as far as I thought it would, and I didn't even think it would get me that far. I told you guys this is going to be a huge project. It's a huge project. I don't know if any of you guys are subscribers to E12's lab. He did on the Minecraft server, he's working on something in he's in a jungle biome. He's doing a perfect circle. It's like a floating thing, something or other. It's pretty cool looking. This project's like 12 of his stacked in like a odd shape. Remember when I described it to you all as basically taking the entirety of a biome and making a different one underneath it? Yeah, that wasn't an understatement, and I'll show you what I've done because I'm gonna need to grab some stuff down there, but I think I'm gonna grab I'm gonna make myself a stack of pistons. I haven't done that in a while. It's always really nice to do. I do believe it's 4 of those. I don't have any wood right now. I think jungle wood's the only thing I have plentiful amounts of. That's probably something we're gonna do today, just because it needs to be done. I don't know if I'll show it to you guys or jump cut, but we'll see. But all we need to know right now is that we have a stack of pistons. I'm gonna make about half of them stickies. Go ahead and put you there. And yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of redstone stuff today. I think. Remember I said the other episode I don't know which end it got cut to, 10 or 11, but I did say I was going to make an automated pumpkin farm because why not? And I came up to the top not only to replenish my pickaxe supply and gunpowder supply, but I gained 20 levels down there. And I'm using Silk Touch. I don't get any experience from ores. I think the 5 levels I got from TNT explosions were the only 5 that weren't from killing the problem. Yeah, we'll figure out what the problem is. Actually, let's go do that now because I think I left my axe down there. So yes, I don't know if you guys are subscribed to me because I make long episodes or if you don't care how long my episodes are, but sorry about them being inconsistently short with my other oh, look, the problem. Sorry about them being inconsistently short, you know, as per usual. 1 hour, 1 hour 15. Oh, good. Gotta hate these things. When you gain 20 levels off something that only gives you like a quarter of a little bubble per kill, yeah. This is what I've collected from slimes already. Yeah. And the ores chest is even better. Here's the one I'm keeping these types, but the other one, the third one that I let completely break because it was just unbreaking and or if it was efficiency 4 and oh, oops, wrong chest. And fortune 3. That's what I was gonna say. We got wood down here. There's this guy. And yes, I did accidentally show you all the these are some good picks, but I think I'll use these ones up first. The ore chest. Yeah. We're doing swell on ores. Look at those emeralds especially. Oop. It's a special day for me today. For a couple of reasons. I have a lot of free time today. There was no physics lab, so I had a 3-hour block of my time cut out. The other block of time that I usually schedule for 4, I'm not gonna do today. If you're wondering what that is, I'm being a bum and I'm not going to the gym today. Yeah. That starts tomorrow. Homework's done, I think. So yeah, it's a special day for that. And I went out and got myself my favorite mixed beverage. I know it's not alcoholic because I don't drink alcohol on a dry campus. It is... I think have I mentioned it on any of my episodes of any of my series before? I don't know. It's a mixture of Sprite and NOS. I'm sure my friends know that. But basically you take I have like a 32-ounce cup, which is a very large cup. Put an entire can of NOS, 16 ounces, and then you mix half a bottle of Sprite, Sierra Mist, 7-Up, Twist Up, whatever, into it. It's about 8 ounces. It almost fills up this cup. I think this cup might actually let me look underneath it. Oh, the sticker's gone. It might be a 24-ounce cup. But these little 89-cent hard plastic cups they have at Walmart, yeah, just fill that up completely. But yeah, it's usually about a full can of Sprite, half can of Sprite. I'm just gonna call it Sierra Mist or Sprite because wow, I have a lot of repeaters. Go Zach, way to be on the ball with repeaters today. Not today, whenever I made them, I should say. I think I'm gonna want stone pressure plates for... Oh, they made pressure plates just, oh no, not pressure plates, I'm thinking buttons. They made buttons just one... like that. Which is cool, but that's not what I'm making. Boom! I'll show you the mine in a little bit. I didn't just accidentally do that. I intentionally did that. So, I think I'm going to actually fully record this, because a lot of my friends lack-a-do the redstone. So why not? Is this considered a wood? Seems to be. And I know the other day Steve and I were on his world, and I took about 10 minutes and fully automated his, button pressed, whatever you want to call it, his pumpkin farm. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to remove all this dirt for now, so none grow. Yeah, and amazingly, I've gotten probably another half chest of dirt out of all of this. I don't need that right now. How's this work? Is it 7? Nope, it's 6. Perfect. I'm still getting used to the new layout. Because a long time ago they added the 1 through 9 keys where you, or to convenient inventory mod where you hold the button and you click. But I guess in vanilla they have it where you just hover over it and hit the number, so yeah, it's gonna take a while. Anyway, it's amazing how the shovel is only, about 50% health. Because, I, just the other day, what am I trying to say here? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just the other day made this, but I have about a half a chest of dirt down there in the mine. And about a half a chest of... and about a quarter chest of gravel. This thing's just beasting through it. And the amount of cobblestone I'm going to get out of this project is just ridiculous. I'll show you guys a full tour of all of that once I, Oh, this could pose a problem. Well, let's go make some upside down half slabs real quick. But yes, I've been slowly chipping away at the Underjungle lot. pardon me. And catching up on some series is just mainly listening to them. I'm watching a guy by the name of Biffa 2001. Yeah. Just listening to his videos gives me something to do, keeps my mind occupied. Because sometimes a man does not just want to listen to music the whole time. Well, actually, you know what? I don't think I need upside down half slabs because I don't need to physically be under there. I just need to run a redstone line. Basically, what I'm going to do is just like these two pressure plates here. There's going to be some right here where this is taken out. And just going to run line right here where I'm breaking now of redstone. I might need to use a repeater. Not sure. We'll figure it out. And then we're just going to have a large amount of repeaters under here pointing into the blocks where the pistons are on. I don't think I've ever found a better way to do that. Oops. My bad. I don't think I've ever found a better way to run pumpkin watermelon farms, but this has just been the old faithful for me for a second. Well, people have always told me the side effects of energy drinks, and I've always known the side effects of energy drinks, but I've never noticed them, and I don't know if that's something any of you ladies and gents also seem to experience. But yeah, back in high school I used to drink Rockstar energy just constantly, almost, it seemed. I'm gonna need to come down here first. That's fine. It doesn't break my pickaxe that much. But yeah, like, people just, I don't know if it's a scare tactic or they just don't themselves retain, or what would that word be? The people telling me that can't handle energy drinks. But yeah, I've always been drinking energy drinks. But as totally random out of the blue, but I guess one thing about me that's different from a lot of people, you always see those people that are just crushing Red Bulls and Rockstars and just, you know, not even enjoying them, just, you know, crack a can, bomb it, and grab another one, have it sitting in their lap until they're ready to bomb another one. That might be why I can do that. I don't know if you guys, I know G is a Rockstar dude too. I don't think, yeah. So for all of you subscribers out there, do you like energy drinks? What's your favorite? That's what I'd like to know. What's everybody's favorite energy drink? Because mine is Rockstar, but the tastiest I believe to be Nos. There used to be an energy drink I drank called Balls, B-A-W-L-Z, and that was just, that had no energy drinkism to it. It was just delicious. And yeah, that right there that I just did. Oh, that could be interesting. Oh, good job. Good job, Zach. Here, yeah. Oh, son of a... Awesome. Alright, so when you're working in confined spaces with water, don't do that. Do something more like that. Oh, good. And the the reason I have to tear this all out to place the repeaters is because, lucky me, I have yet to find a way to place repeaters. You know, you have to face the direction you want them to face. I have yet to be able to do that with without having to, you know, do this. It's not much more work if you don't mess up and spray water all over the place. Yeah. Alright, so that's all good. That's all good. Nothing got messed up there. Awesome. Let's pop here. I think that can all just go like so. Basically, all we have to do is boop. Boop, boop. Perfect. Ah, this is an issue that we also had on Steve's World, and I did observe it beforehand. It's that right there, that's the problem. Now that right there, I believe that to be an RS NOR latch, like an accidental one. Basically what it's doing is well, you can probably see it. It's sending power into the block underneath the piston. Well, this wire's right here, so simple fix, just come around here. And we'll probably just run the whole line back one. Another interesting thing is the fact that it's let's bring that over there. It's not running out of power. Let's see, how far is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17. So yes, we're gonna need 2 more repeaters just to make sure the line lasts. We'll put them right there. And one tip I always give about repeaters, that they're just, what I mostly use them for is to send power into a block or to, you know, extend a line. Well, when extending a line, try to do it as close or as far away from the input of power as possible, as far as you can get it. See, if I were to put it here, it wouldn't go this way because the repeaters only send power one direction. So this is as far away from the input as I can get it. That'll just ensure that if you want to extend it, it's, you know, doable. Leaves a little more leeway. Just little tips like that. Perfect. Yep. So that's done. Let's see. I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna go empty out my inventory and I'll bring you guys back down. And I'll see you there. Alright, back down we go. And I said I was gonna save the chain reaction explosions for this episode, but didn't end up happening. I do apologize for that, but yeah, there just never was enough TNT to begin with that it would be awesome or significant or anything. In hindsight, I also just remembered that this sword has looting 3 on it, so that's probably why I have so many slime balls. Oh well. Too many slime balls is not something people usually complain about. Now you guys might be thinking, and I've sure been thinking of it, what are you gonna do about the slime problem? Because it's gonna be annoying living in an underground jungle with this. See that guy just wall hack up to the top? Oh, and this is also mostly 2 floors right now. So what I'm gonna do is I want the floor level set up right away. You'd think, like with E12, since I gave that example once already, that I would do from top to bottom. Well, no. I want the bottom layout to be set before, so I can start growing grass and let that project, you know, work itself out. So I can start covering up those slime chunks, and that was what I was going to lead into. What I'm going to do about those slime chunks is I can just go to my map options here. I've made my GUI scale bigger, so, you know, I guess some people like to see the hotbar and whatnot. We go to surface map options, so show slime chunk. You can see I have 3 here, and I'll open the big map. Got a couple there. What I'm going to do is probably just put some decorative ponds in. They're just going to be 16 by 16 or bigger. Maybe I'll make them a little bit bigger, but they at least encompass the... Oops, wrong one. Again. So at least I can see that they're not spawning slimes, because if I put water in their sliming spot, or their spawning spot, not their sliming spot. If I put water in their spawn spot, they're not gonna spawn at all. I know it seems like they do now that they've, you know, put slimes out in the swamps. It seems like they spawn in the water. No. Slimes just don't like to live on this planet anymore. They're like the Professor Farnsworth of Minecraft. Hey there, little buddy. This knockback is really screwing me for experience, because I'll hit an enemy just a mile and a half away from me and not get the experience for it. It's like, oh, what? You knockback? Okay. Which is why usually I'll do this, but, you know. If I get enough slime balls before I start covering up their chunks, I figure I could just not worry about a slime farm. A lot of people make slime farms because they need a lot of sticky pistons. Well, I have like 7, probably another lingering stack and a half or so. Oh, right there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus the 2 up top, plus there's probably a stack lingering somewhere around here. But yeah, as far as resources have gone so far from all this, and this rounded shape room here was all the TNT's work. That right there is me mining to the edge of the biome. I'll show you what I'm working on here, and I'll show you the resource in a second. You can see we're pretty close to the edge of the biome here. I don't want to get too close, because then the grass will start changing. And I think I'm going to loop around kind of like this, and then go... I'm trying to point at this freaking screen while... And then start heading south into the bulk of the biome. And most of the work has actually been done on that side, cutting out along the edge of the biome boundary. We'll go over here and I'll show you. And this has all been done with a pickaxe. From here to the right is all pickaxe work. So, yeah, I told you it was going to mostly be my handiwork. But, this is all a boundary line I cut out here. It's all 4 high, with the exception of some dirt areas that I just went like this with a shovel. Basically, I kind of followed the boundary line a fair distance away, and then I got to about here and my pickaxe was almost broken, and I was like, yeah, but I think I'm gonna continue going this way once I get this whole area cleared out, so I can see what I'm working with, kinda, you know. Yeah, and I'll work on the aesthetic details once I get further along into the digging process. You know, I have a full room cut out, then I can start cleaning it up. And then I can start expanding upwards about 30, 40 blocks. So it's got to be large enough that there's giant jungle trees growing and still headroom above them. As far as everything else goes, I'm probably going to be working on a wither boss soon, or 10. About 10. Oops, almost knocked over my drink. That would have been very saddening. Yeah, so you can see this is kind of what I'm going to be working on here. Clearing them floor by floor, and then I'll just start from the top once it's to a height I want, and I'll clear out that floor level, drop down, clear out the floor, because I'm basically leaving this one thick everywhere I go. So, you know, I can just, boop, there's the next floor. So I can even mine down here and just remove the floor, but whatever, we'll go along. Let's check out the resources I've gotten, shall we? So we got cobble, we got cobble, we got cobble, we got cobble. We got some smooth stone that I've accidentally broken with my my silk touch pickaxe. We got gravel. It's about a third of a chest, almost. We got almost half a chest of this. It's good enough. It's nothing yet for these, but trust me, we'll get there. This is my junk chest. This is the ores chest, and we're gonna actually tote all of this to the surface to go into the ores chest. Oops. And we will start from scratch after that. Because I would like... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. What would I like? I would like to take some of this up to the top and put it in that chest where we already kind of have the silk-touched ores chilling out. I hear you trying to sneak up on me, bro. Don't try to sneak up on me. Bro. You wanna duke it out like men? We can duke it out like men! Right here! In front of all you kids! All of them! And it looks like we can almost either enchant a new thing. I think what I'm gonna do is I do have those 2 efficiency 5s. I think I'm going to think about a permanent pickaxe or 2 and just repair them constantly with experience that I get. Not sure quite yet about that. But yeah. I'm actually I would cut here and think about what I want to do next, but I think I want to hop over that chest and just see what we've got going on. I might actually have to make a completely separate one just for coal. Oh yeah, and do you guys like how I clean this all up, use some upside down stairs to curve down into the well here? I don't remember if I showed that last episode or not. And that's supposed to... it's gonna bother me. Hang on. Hey, you stop that. Okay, thank you. We're gonna go over meow, and we're gonna go meow, meow, meow. Beautiful. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Okay. Let's go out the front door here. And this is the labeled caving loot, but it's actually more of a boop. Well, I guess what I'm doing could be considered caving. Is that all of it so far? Looks like it. And then what I've just been doing is all this little excess stuff. I've just been smelting the crap out of it. And do I have more down here too? Nope. 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 What about this one? Nope. 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 Awesome. What do we got with me right now? Iron. You can go there. Coal. Is this one still empty? Mildly. I need that for... yeah. So... where's the... yeah, there's the lingering half stack. I think I have another one in here maybe? No? Somewhere. But what I'm thinking about, as far as that permanent solution to a pickaxe, is I'm gonna take one of these almighty ones, probably the undamaged one. There we go. And possibly give it a name. Can we do that for pretty cheap? I don't know. But I know you can repair a pickaxe, a completely damaged enchanted pickaxe, with another pickaxe that has no enchantment. Like, I don't have any unenchanted ones, but basically you could do that, and what it'll do is rather than just sacrificing 3-4 diamonds as payment, you could actually just use it and a little bit of levels to completely repair it, and it's a lot cheaper. Oh, it didn't even give me a level. 23 levels, are you kidding me? Zachmunzter's pick. 23 levels just to put a name on it. That's crazy. I can only imagine how much it costs to... Oh, I could dumb it down with the... No? Huh. Alright. Yeah. Alright. At least I didn't have to waste one of my diamonds that I don't have much of. Yeah, and I also found out something very interesting. Apparently, the height I'm at, well, it's not apparently, because I knew about this beforehand. It just didn't start to upset me until I had completed that much by hand and haven't found a single diamond. Diamonds don't spawn on that level. They would spawn 2 levels below my feet. So, yeah. In hindsight, I probably should have just avoided that mine shaft and... yeah. Oh well. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do, use up all those efficiency 4 unbreakings that I got down in the chest, and then I'm going to just use this one over and over again, keep repairing it, blardy blardy blar. Until I'm done, naturally. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go do a little bit of mining, think about my situation. I always wanted to try this. No, I'm not mining. I'm gonna cut up a bunch of trees here. And get back to you. How's that sound? Sounds fantastic to me. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. You guys know why I like regular trees. I'm sure Steve will appreciate this, but you remember Elgor the Regenerator? I'd like to tell you guys a story about this Elgor the Regenerator. So Steve and I were on his world. We needed wood. So I decided to, you know, start planting a tree farm. It was in an area about this big, about as big as the tree farm was. And I cut out all the birches, by the way. Obviously, because they're not there anymore. But so Steve decides to go and, you know, just start chucking them everywhere. And I'm like, Alright, I see you, and I raise you another 3 stacks. So we put about 5 stacks into this giant field, and it just starts growing just like pshh, 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 just trees coming out of the ground. So we spend 7 Minecraft days, and about 2 nights we stayed up through. The rest of them we went back to the little house and slept. 7 Minecraft days. Part of an unbreaking 3 diamond pickaxe and about 10 or more enchanted iron am I saying pickaxes? Hatchets, I'm sorry. The tree was just tall, and every time we broke something and it had the opportunity to regenerate, boom, another tree, it just gets taller, wider. It was crazy. It was bupkis. So, we get it down, and then on the 7th day, 7th night, we finally, we cut it down, we remove all the leaves, and we got a double chest and some just full of oak logs. I have a modded controller. I don't know if I've mentioned this. I have an Evil Controller's modded controller with rapid fire hidden button on it. I don't use it for any Call of Duty purposes unless we're dicking around in a private lobby, but I've never used it competitively more than maybe 1 kill. Just because it's just some kid being a dickhead with his mod. Anyway, that's not the point. I use it a lot for Minecraft. I took a pair of shears and just... it was crazy. We had probably 10 stacks of leaves. Like I said, a whole double chest and some full of logs. And just doing this 5x5, it's completely solid, because in this patch, unlike the patch Steve and I are playing on, you can indeed build trees right back to back. Steve, I think you'll appreciate this. Yep. The modding community makes Elgor the Regenerator look like a little bitch. Pardon the French. But it's true. So, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be chilling out, growing some trees, and just genuinely trying to get a better wood supply, because I am not well in the way of logs. And that's usually a strange thing for me. Usually I just get bored, sit around and cut trees, but yeah, so this is what I'm going to do, and I will probably jam out to some music and get back to you guys when I get about 5 stacks of each. So I'll see you then. Alright, so this is going slowly because I forgot that trees are picky in different ways. So what I found is for the oak trees, just make a 5x5. You know, this is convenient because I have a 7x7 grid line of these, so just make a 5x5 in the middle. Do the bone meal on all of them and break them all up. But spruce and birch are very, very picky. So I went back to old things you might have seen in season 1, pretty early on. There's an episode where I walk outside and there's 2 little dirt blocks right outside my house next to my mineshaft entrance, and one's got a sign on it that says Birch Farm or whatever. The other one says Pine Farm. I'm like, what is this? These aren't tree farms. Dirt! I chuck my axe and I pretend to be all mad. But it's actually a pretty good method. And then you guys remember later on, if you've watched it, I made a line. It'd run down with the oak and I'd come back. But sometimes I need other types of wood. So here's what I do. I got my fingers on 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4. Go boop, 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 and so on, because the timber mod makes woodcutting fantastic. And I don't know why anyone would not want this. It also makes the trees look like a Christmas tree if you do it enough. It's pretty cool. But it's pretty bad on the sapling supply, so I do make like a line when I'm waiting for that to all decay. But I think I've got plenty of spruce, and I put the oak away already, and I've been harvesting pumpkins. And I was thinking to myself, what things are there to talk about? So I was thinking, oh, and they also did they fixed the convenient inventory. You guys remember I'd always try to alt-click all my wood into one chest, and it would put all of it in there. Well, now all the wood's different, considered different, I should say. And it can be shift-clicked and alt-clicked correctly. But, what was I saying? One thing I was thinking of while I was sitting here listening to music is, there's some little YouTuber thing people did a while back where they would say, like, the first 10 songs they came across on my, on their, iPod, or, it's called, like, an iPod shuffle, or like a YouTuber shuffle. I don't know what it's called. But I thought that'd be kind of interesting to do, because I've always stood by the fact that I have a very wide range of music. I always usually just save myself the hassle and say I listen to everything. But then people ask me, like, if I know specific songs. It's like, no, I listen to every category, not every singer and every artist in every band in every single category. So I was thinking, why don't I do that? Why don't I do 10-song shuffle? Of course I can't play them because of copyright issues, but I have my phone here, and basically what I do is anytime I cut the video to do something, I just scooch over a second and hit play. Got it hooked up to my little speaker system. I don't think I've ever mentioned that before. I don't actually use my computer for Rhapsody most of the time. If you're really old fans and you've been watching my videos since my old channel, ZachArmy09, I actually used to listen to Rhapsody, and there'd be a little thing in the corner of my screen right here playing Rhapsody music. It was actually Napster back then, but now I guess Rhapsody bought them out, blah blah blah. Anyway, so how about we do that while I work out birch trees. How's that sound? I think it sounds fantastical, but that's because it's me. So we're gonna scroll over to the first song, and it is Vitamin R leading us along by Chevelle. I'm gonna do a tree. Couple trees. I got into I'm gonna go into most of these songs in detail, just because it's more of a reminiscent thing and an interesting story than anything. I actually got in. I wasn't much into Chevelle. You know, obviously their radio famous songs. I listened to those, but they're kind of one of those bands that I was like, oh, they sing that? That's cool. Kind of thing. You know what I'm going on about. And so yeah, I didn't get really into them, but one of my buddies here at college, Derek, he's a huge fan of them. He's gone to a couple of their concerts and all that whatnot. And he actually got me into them. So I have their entire album. I don't really know what this album's called. This Type of Thinking Could Do Us In, maybe. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of them. I like their music. Obviously, I have a whole album on my phone. But yeah, so that's song number 1. We gotta wait for this to decay. So let's check out song number 2, shall we? Bullet for My Valentine, Bittersweet Memories. BFMV. I've been a severe fan of them almost as long as they've been playing music. It's a long time running thing. I think I started listening to them 8th grade year. No, the end of my 8th grade year when I moved to Bemidji. They were, that's when I kind of started getting into the metalcore, hardcore, all that kind of stuff. And Bullet for My Valentine just kind of stuck out. I know a lot of people got onto them because of the music video called Tears Don't Fall. It's their most popular one. I actually got started on them with Cries in Vain, which is interesting enough. Let's wait over here and do a couple more. The third song is my favorite band of all time. We got Now or Never by 3 Days Grace. These guys are fantastic. I've seen them live. I've shaken their hands. I've got autographed pictures just right next to me. I love those guys. I love their music. Their first ever song I heard was called Home. I don't think I remember what album it's on. I'm not much of a remembering album names kind of person. Obviously by the Chevelle thing. But yeah. I've been listening to them for a very long time. Actually Home came out on the PSP. If you ever got a PSP, it came with a music disc and it had 4 music videos. There was one called Pressure by some band I've never heard of and I still don't recognize the name. There was Home. There was Blood Red Summer by Coheed and Cambria. That was fantastic. I used to just pop out my PC on long drives. My mom and I'd be on the road. I'd just pop in my little PSP and just sit there and listen to music on my, even though it was only 4 songs. I don't remember what the 4th one is. But let's go into number 4. Sugar Ray, Someday. You know, you gotta have some Sugar Ray, but I mean, back to the origins of when I started listening to him would be just hitting the road. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but my mom's in the military. She is a 05 commander in the United States Public Health Service branch. I'm not going to go into that. You have Google, and I really hate explaining something that's a cardinal branch of the military, but yeah. And she and I always listened. If there was a station in whatever state we were in that played the 80s, 90s, and today, we were listening to it. Even when we lived in Hardin, Montana, there'd be 1.5 billion country stations and 1 radio station that came out of Billings that played pop in 80s, 90s kind of thing. But yeah, the significance of her being in the military is we moved about every 3 to 5 years, excluding when I lived in Montana. I lived there for 9, I want to say. I don't remember. No. 7, I believe, would have been how long it was. Am I out of saplings? I am, but I've got plenty of birchwood now. So, yeah. That's where Sugar Ray came in. Was that number 4? Yeah, I think so. Number 5 on the list is Last Kiss Goodbye by Hinder. I have all of their to-date albums on my phone. I saw them just this summer, the same time I saw what am I talking about? 3 Days Grace live. It was just awesome. They're at Moondance Jam, if you've ever heard of it. It's a little classic rock festival, but they have 1 or 2 new bands every year come in. Or not new, obviously, because 3 Days Grace is several years old. But yeah, that's where I saw them live, and I've listened to Hinder a lot. Not a lot. I've listened to them a good bit before, you know, then. But yeah, there's not really much to say. I started listening to them when Kiss of an Angel, or oh, it's good. No, Lips of an Angel came out, like everyone else who listened to the radio. And just, it was kind of like I'll listen to it. I won't switch songs if it comes on, but I know I listen to them. Let's see, that was song number 5. Let's check out song number 6. Ooh, Miss Murder by AFI. That is a great song. Obviously, anyone who's knows of the song can probably remember when they first heard it, or, you know, at least around when they first heard it. I was in high school, probably a sophomore. I don't know. I jammed it a lot, not too much though. At the time, I think I was just I was on music hiatus. We'll put it that way. Save myself the hassle, even though it's probably gonna not give me any saplings back. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about that song. I actually just recently added it. It was one of those, oh, you know what song just came to my head? Type it into Google and add it to my Rhapsody. Let's see, number 7. Howie Day Collide. Oh my goodness. This is going back to probably the greatest years of my life, when I was living in Kearney, Nebraska. Oh. I'm thinking this time. Sorry about that. I really do apologize for episode 10. I was still in that zone where I'm playing by myself and no one's listening, watching in. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's put it to 4, just because we're gonna be going to bed and sleeping that out. It all started about then. I had to live with my best friend, my brother Adam, for, God, I don't even remember if it was 6 months. It was a while. My mom was deployed out to Fort Thompson, South Dakota, I believe. I don't remember. But anyway, so she was deployed out there, and I had to stick with them for a while. And before school every morning, this was 5th, 6th, and 7th, or 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I think it was a 7th grade specifically. We'd get up every morning. His mom would come knock on the door and get us up. No, I don't want to do this. I'm just gonna do lines. She'd bang on the door about 6:30, wake us up, and we'd. That's where all those are. Duh. I'm smart. I swear I am. And we'd have MTV playing, and just good old MTV back in early 2000. You know, they'd be playing Kelly Clarkson's song "Since You've Been Gone," play Howie Day Collide, and just have all kinds of good songs. And as long as I've been there watching MTV and heard that song, as long as I've been able to create my own playlist, that's what I've been doing, listening to those kind of songs, oldies and goodies, you know. Let's see, that's pretty decent. Let's see, what's song number 7, I believe? If I lose count, oh well, I don't think you guys are gonna pester me over it. I'm sure it's more of an interest in what I listen to, but most of my friends who already watch my videos know what I listen to. We got My Own Hell by Five Finger Death Punch. Now, these guys are fantastic, and I heard about them way too late. I started listening to them actually almost 2 years ago. Not even 2 years ago, barely a year and a half ago. My uncle and I were doing our thing. We're with the grandparents, his parents, and he's only about 9 years older than I am, so he and I are always more been like brothers than, you know, uncle and nephew. I was about to say niece. That would have been hilarious. But no, we were walking around, following them around, talking about music, and I was like, "Oh man, have you ever heard of Kill Switch Engage before? They're awesome." He's like, "Name off one of their songs." I might have, and I was trying to think of the most, you know, discerned one, the most popular one. I was like, My Curse. He's like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "How about you? Have you ever heard of Five Finger Death Punch?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, they kind of have the same music style. They're pretty cool. You should check them out." So I check them out. Next thing I know, I've got the entire album War Is the Answer on my phone. I just turn the shuffle off for about an hour, go to the top of the album, play to the bottom. Just great, guys. I freaking love them. And that's about that. Let's see, number 8. Another bullet for my Valentine song. We've already went over them, but it's Ashes of the Innocent on Screaming Fire. Another Chevelle song, To Return. I have a lot of songs on here. It's just not picking any good ones. I'm just gonna keep going while I do trees, because 10 songs is just not right. So we're on number 8. We got Kiss on My List by Hall & Oates. Now, that's not their popular song. Their most popular song is called Man Eater. She's a man eater. Like I said, 80s, 90s, and today. I know a lot of 70s music as well. I know a lot of music in general. I kind of always had an interest in music. I've been listening to music from classical all the way up to 70s and 80s and 90s music since I was in the womb. My mom used to stick some big old headphones on her belly and play Mozart and Beethoven and all that while I was sleeping in the tummy. So I know a lot of the oldies and the goodies. But let's see. This is the 9th one. We have I'll Be by Edwin McCain. That I don't even remember when I started listening to that, but all I know is it's a great frickin' song, and I have not a whole lot to say about that. Number 10, Transit of Venus, the newest 3 Days Grace album. The song is Time That Remains, which happens to be my favorite song on that album. And a little interesting story about that. When the album Transit of Venus came out, I was actually on the ball. It came out, was released to Rhapsody, like, right before I opened up my phone to, you know, download it. And the next day they had released the music video for, it wasn't the next day, I think it was 2 days later. Anyway, the video for the song Chalk Outline, I was actually one of the first 100 people to watch that, and then within like 24 hours of me watching it and commenting on it, it had like a lot. I would say 100,000, but I think it was just short of 100,000 within a day. So yeah, huge fan of them. I don't remember if I mentioned this or not. I do have every single one of their songs, sans maybe 2 on my phone, or bar maybe 2. Yeah. Another bullet for my Valentine song. This one's Her Voice Resides from The Poison, my favorite album. Here's a good one. Song number 11, Eternal Peace 2 by DJ, I'm not going to say his name, and DJ Sarama. These gentlemen and this album specifically, is this a Ping Pong Box? No, Tribute to June. This is a, what would you consider this? Japanese, it's a hip-hop, no, what the hell am I talking about? You need to get off your dumb horse and think with your brain, bro. It's, jazzy hip-hop, there we go. It is a beautiful, beautiful song. If you don't listen to that kind of music, it's understandable. But my buddy James, he actually creates music like that. And it is how I got into it. And that is about all I have to say about that. So if you guys want to look it up, I don't know if it's on YouTube. Some of these songs are way too hipster for YouTube. But the song, again, is called Eternal Peace 2. There's an inside joke me and James have where the first time I ever asked him about a song, I said the artist's name wrong, or I said it in a way that sounded funny. But the first DJ's name is spelled Ezasscul, Izaskul, and I used a silent C in my random guess of how to pronounce his name. So I said, the song is blah 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 by DJ Izaskul, and he's like, what? And he started laughing, and I was like, what? And I was like, that's what his name is, and he didn't stop laughing for like 5 minutes, because I guess I said it wrong. Or I said it differently than he said it. And I was like, well, what? And he's like, it sounded like you said DJ his asshole. I was like, DJ his asshole. His asshole. It does. It's unavoidable for me to not say it like that now. But yeah, that's a little background behind that. Next song, Inside of You by Hoobastank. Gotta have a little bit of provocative music on your phone, because why not? And I just genuinely like Hoobastank. So, yeah. But that's about it for the wood gathering. What am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna call this the end of an episode. I'm gonna chill out, collect some gunpowder again, and possibly see you guys later. And for a Hit the Road song, let's see what the next one is. Prequel to the Sequel, but by Between the Buried and Me. It's a great song. Techno, screamo, clean screams. Yeah. Guitar Hero. Rock Band, actually. Rock Band DLC. That's where I got that song from. I will see you, ladies and germs, later. You all have a good one, and I shall be recording another episode either today or tomorrow. So yes, good day.